Hello from San Antonio, this is SIREN Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. How does he or she see you? This reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different options. Option 1. Option 2. Option 3. And Cuatro, option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just think of your person of interest. Take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. I have not used this deck in years. El Carro, the Chariot. Ocho de Oros, 8 of Pentacles. Ocho de Espadas, 8 of Swords. Nueve de Bastos, 9 of Wands. Ocho de Copas, 8 of Cups. Dos de Oros, 2 of Pentacles. Haven't used this deck in years. Tres de Bastos, 3 of Wands. Cuatro de Copas, 4 of Cups. Siete de Espadas, 7 of Swords. Even if you aren't a Capricorn, this person sees you as a Capricorn. So they see you as someone who is very serious, hardworking, conservative with your energy. You're very careful who you allow into your life. You're conservative with your self-expression. You're not all over social media. Basically, they see you as an introvert. This person has a lot of respect for you. There is a sexual attraction, but also this person is not sure if the two of you are compatible. They feel like you're pretty different. I don't feel like you are this person's usual type. There's something that sets you apart. It could be this person is usually drawn to flirtatious, flamboyant extroverts, and that's not who you are, or they don't see you as that. They see you as someone who's serious. They see you as someone who can be moody. They could suspect, because I'm not sure how well this person knows you. They may be under the impression that you have trust issues. It takes a lot for you to open up. It takes a lot for you to truly be vulnerable. You could be defensive. You could be guarded. They see you as someone who is not currently interested in getting involved in a romantic sexual relationship. They feel like work is your top priority. So yeah, again, they are attracted to you, but they feel like the two of you might not make the best couple. They're not sure what you have in common beyond the sexual attraction. So if you chose the first crystal, you could have Sun and Mercury in Capricorn, Aquarius rising, Moon in Gemini. Of course, that is one possibility of many. Now the Astro die. Looking at the stove clock, it's 2:42. That's 8, the number of Capricorn. Okay, we have North Node in Cancer in the first house. They could see you as a control freak. You want things to be a certain way. You're not laid back. You're not go with the flow. You have exacting standards and expectations. Okay, we have 1. That's the number of Leo. 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 6, Venus, another 6. 11, 2, Cancer. So 2 and 1, that's 3. Jupiter, Sagittarius. Also, they might think that you're honest to a fault. I don't think there's any fault at all in honesty, but it's a saying, honest to a fault. Perhaps you're blunt with your delivery of the truth. Anne, Anna, Annie, and I ran so far away. Flock of seagulls. Rain. I'm seeing Randy, Rhea, Raleigh, North Carolina, Lance, Laura, Landry, excuse me, Lauren. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I see for 1. Hope that helps. Check out my second tarot channel. It's very loose. It's not as formulaic as this channel. I do guitar readings there. I did an all signs guitar reading last night. What would they tell you if they had the balls? Check it out if you're so inclined. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the second crystal, my newest crystal, purchased this at Etsy a few weeks ago, a turquoise. Reminds me of an Easter egg. Here's your reading. Ten of Wands, Deus de Bastos. Eight of Wands, Ocho de Bastos. And the Page. Is it the Page or the Knight? It's the Knight because it's a horse. The Knight of Cups, Caballo de Copas. I have not used this deck in years. Five of Wands, Cinco de Bastos. Ten of Cups, Deus de Copas. King of Swords, Rey de Espadas. Knight of Cups, Caballo de Copas. Can't recall if I said it in Spanish or not. I just love the Spanish language. No, I don't speak it fluently, but I like to say English and Spanish when I'm calling out the cards. I just uploaded a noise track to one of my music channels, Ginger Todger, and the title of the track, it's a noise loop. It goes on for almost an hour, but the title of the track is Mucho es verdad, much is true. Siete de Copas, Seven of Cups. Ooh, look at the espadas, Nine of bitch-ass swords. Seis de Bastos, Six of Wands. Looks like this person's definitely infatuated with you. There's a lot of conflict here, a lot of drama. But I'm not looking at the nature of the connection. I'm not really looking at their thoughts and feelings. This is how do they see you. They see you as someone who brings a lot to the table. You got a lot going on. You could be an influencer, you could have a YouTube channel, TikTok, you could have a huge following at Instagram or on social media, any kind of social media. You could have multiple streams of income, and you're all about that hustle. You're always working, and you are creative as hell. You could be a musician and a writer and an artist. They see you as someone who's romantic and high energy. They see you as someone who is quite sexy. You're very sexually appealing. They can see themselves marrying you. They could see you as the ideal partner. You have this crazy energy. Crazy good. Crazy can be good. It can be positive. It can be negative. They like your crazy energy. They love your crazy ass. Crazy as in wild, unpredictable, not like everyone else. You definitely stand out in a crowd. And they feel like you have universal appeal. A lot of people find you attractive. You could have a lot of admirers, a lot of fans, a lot of followers. And they feel like you match them in some way. I mean, that's really strong to have the two signifiers together like that. The Knight of Cups and the King of Swords. And we have a marriage card in the center. So yeah, they could see you as their person. They feel very connected to you. They see you as someone who is charismatic and magnetic. And you give the illusion of things just being easy and effortless, but this person knows how hard you work. They love your work ethic. They love that you just don't stop. You're indomitable. You have a very strong will. And you've manifested a very gratifying life for yourself. They admire that. If you chose to, you could have Sun in Leo, Pisces rising, Moon in Gemini. Of course, that is one possibility of many. Now the astro die. Pluto in Aries. In the 8th house, the house of Scorpio. Yeah, you're magnetic. You're very attractive to a lot of people. And there's something about your eyes. They feel like when they look into your eyes, you're hypnotizing them. You're casting a spell on them. They see you as a witch. Maybe not a literal witch, but there's something witchy. There's something otherworldly, something mysterious and magnetic about you. Five is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. They see you as brilliant. 6, Venus. Yes, you're attractive. 4, Aquarius. Crazy in a good way. 10 is 1, Leo. You stand out in a crowd. You can't hide. So 6 is the dominant number, making Venus the dominant energy. Yeah, I see this person being in love with you. Susan, Suzanne, Laura, Lauren. Maybe you're a realtor. Maybe you sell real estate. You sell houses, new builds, maybe. Seeing Lisa, Larissa, Alyssa, Allison, Sally, Elaine, Alana, Alanis. We have Sue. Yeah, Laura. Oral. You could be a singer, or you and this person sing karaoke together. It's always a good time. Easel. You could be a painter. I can't spell. I cannot spell. Easel. Excuse me. Could be a photographer. I'm seeing Ansel Adams. Eraser. Maybe you're a teacher. Okay. Luann. You make the rules. You're the dominant person in this relationship. You have the power. An unusual way to spell Lisa. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I see for 2. I hope that helps. Check out my second tarot channel, 2 Cups, Too Many Tarot. I did an all signs reading. Started this new thing about a month, 2 months ago, maybe longer than that. I don't know. I get my out of tune pink electric guitar, and that's how I do the all signs readings. Rather than reading cards, I strum the hell out of the guitar. It's a good time. It's something different. I enjoy it. So yeah, check it out. Links in the box. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose crystal number 3, it's absolutely gorgeous. Here's your reading. Thrice the Copus, Three of Cups. Maybe the Copus, Nine of Cups. Have not used this deck in years. And we don't have a horse. So, Page of Pentacles, so the de Oros. Seven of Swords, Eight de Espadas. Ace of Wands, As de Bastos. Page of Wands, so the de Bastos. Seven of Swords, Eight de Espadas. Three of Wands, Tres de Bastos. Knight of Pentacles, Caballo de Oros. Okay, this person's just getting to know you. They're enjoying the process of getting to know you. They aren't sure yet if they can trust you. They're very attracted to you. They may feel like you have the capacity to break their heart. So there's some fear, there is some trepidation. Perhaps this person's still getting over an ex. Maybe you remind them of an ex. I don't know, but I would say this person has trust issues. Also, they could be doubting that they are even your type. They don't have the best self-esteem. They may feel like you're way the hell out of their league. You make them laugh. They love your personality. They're very attracted to you. You basically tick off all the boxes. You're funny, you're smart, you're attractive. They're very drawn to you sexually. They're scared you're going to break their heart. So you already have power over this person. A lot of power. They perceive you as a threat. That's really strong to have Ace of Wands in the center, especially under the Nine of Cups. So they're thinking that you're too good to be true. This person is generally cynical when it comes to love. And again, I feel like they don't have the most confidence. They don't have the best self-esteem. They feel like you could basically be with whoever you want to be with. They feel like you have a lot of options. They love your hair. That's coming out specifically. It's not in the cards. It's just intuition. Your hair. And also your smile and your laugh, the sound of your laughter, the sound of your voice. I feel like you and this person are from different cultures. You could be different, different ethnicities. Also, there could be an age gap. I feel like you could be a few years older than this person. I feel like they have you on a pedestal. And there's something exotic about you, something that they're not used to. That's part of the appeal. So if you chose three, You could have Sun in Sagittarius, Cancer rising, Moon in Pisces, just one possibility. Six. Neptune in Capricorn in the 6th house. And part of the fear is that this person is very, what you see is what you get, very down to earth, very predictable. You're the opposite of that. You're not predictable. I'm getting strong Neptune vibes. So there's this glamour about you. And I feel like this person's projecting onto you. This is almost like a celebrity crush. One is Leo, 4 is Aquarius, strong sexual attraction. 5 is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. So 9 is Mars, Aries, 6, Venus, and then, okay, so 10 is the number making a Leo the dominant energy. Yeah, they feel like you get a lot of attention. You have a lot of admirers. They're just one of your admirers. And they could be wondering, how would you be interested in me? Because I'm so boring, especially compared to you. They could have a basic blue-collar job. They could work as a mechanic in a garage. They could be a plumber, welder. They could work in the oil field. Maybe they drive for Uber, Lyft, something like that. They work for pest control. I'm seeing Billy Joel's video for Uptown Girl. Billy Joel, Taurus, and his future wife starred in the video, Christy Brinkley. She's an Aquarian. So you're Christy Brinkley. You're the Aquarian, you're the Uptown Girl, and this is Billy Joel, just doing his basic job in the garage. Okay. Ralph. Flora. Whenever I see roar, I think of Leo. Also, not to be crude, not to be crass, not to be vulgar. I won't expound on that. You can connect the dots. Fraulein. Pauline. Laura. I keep seeing Laura. That's common. Yeah, Laura keeps coming back. Maybe you met at the dog park. You were walking your dogs and you bumped into each other. You crossed paths. Yeah, they love the sound. I can't spell. They love the sound of your voice. Maybe you sing. Okay. Lars. Lair. When I see Lair, I think of Leo. I think of Scorpio. Ira. Okay. In real life. I'll stop there. That's what I see for 3. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 4, cuatro, here's your reading. The Knight of Swords, Caballo de Espadas. Four of Wands, Cuatro de Bastos. Ooh, it's visceral. Ten of Swords, de Espadas. Eight of Cups, Ocho de Copas. Nine of Wands over the Bastos. Four of Wands again. King of Wands, Rey de Bastos. Two of Swords, Dos de Espadas. Strength. Love, where is that? Okay. Some of you are wondering about an ex that you've had a very chaotic, tumultuous, on-again, off-again connection with. This is not about the nature of the connection or how do they feel, their feelings or thoughts, but that jumps out immediately. I'm seeing a very chaotic, imbalanced connection with the Eight of Cups, Four of Wands twice, and Ten of Swords. I feel like this is someone you've not talked to in years. And this is someone you've known for years. So how does this person that you apparently have all this history with, how does this person see you? They see you as the most complicated person they've ever known. The most challenging person they've ever known. They regard you as the best lover of their life. The sex was amazing, or maybe it still is. But I feel like this is someone you've not talked to in years. It's hard for this person to understand you. You probably have really problematic synastry. A lot of squares, inconjuncts, semi-sextiles perhaps. They feel like you have gone through a lot in life. You've overcome a lot of things, and it's made you kind of not scattered in your energy, but perhaps they see you as hypersensitive. Okay. They may have told you during an argument, or maybe it's valid, maybe this is accurate, I don't know, but they said you have CPTSD. Who says that during an argument? You know, you probably have CPTSD. You might want to get that checked out. But, you know, people can use that. They can use a diagnosis against you in the heat of an argument. So maybe they said, you know, you need to get on meds for whatever the issue is. Because they feel like you react too quickly to whatever. What I'm trying to say is they may see you as someone who doesn't handle stress that well. Okay. It doesn't take much for you to get irritated, agitated. Maybe you lost your patience a lot with this person, and they wished that you were more tolerant, perhaps, of their shortcomings. They wish you were easier to get along with, is what I'm getting. And when you were with this person, if this is valid, if you're wondering about an ex, they may have seen you grappling with some kind of addiction. And it could be vice versa. I don't know, but this is how do they see you. They see you as someone who has struggled with a lot. Maybe you developed an addiction in response to some trauma from your childhood. It's usually how addiction works. I guess, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but something happened in your childhood, and to cope with things, to cope with life in general, you drank when the two of you were together. Or you had a drug addiction. Maybe you and this person had or have an addiction in common. But I feel like what I get looking at these cards is that there may be a tendency for you and this person to bring out the worst in each other. I see you triggering each other, perhaps mirroring each other. They criticize you for things that they're guilty of. I don't know. This is not the easiest read. Usually I can just quickly verbalize what I see in the cards, but this one is challenging. I feel like there was a lot of makeup sex. You would have fights, you would have these really intense arguments, and then there would be makeup sex. The sex was never the problem. But I'm getting the strong feeling that this is someone you've blocked and unblocked, and you've just been all around the mulberry bush with this person. There's a lot of karma to unpack for 4. And this person struggled more with this relationship than any other relationship they've ever had in their life, is what I'm getting. So they see you as someone who is damn near impossible to get along with. If you chose 4, you could have Sun in Libra, Mercury in Scorpio, Sagittarius rising, Moon in Leo. Of course, that's just one possibility. We have Venus in Gemini in the 3rd. So that's double Gemini, because the 3rd house is the house of Gemini. So double mutable Venus. If you're not wondering about an ex or someone you have a very chaotic on-again, off-again connection with, I would definitely pick another pile. I feel like there was some cheating in this connection. It was third party at some point. I'm just hearing, my God, I'm hearing a lot of accusations. I feel like you and this person you fought constantly. There's so much drama and conflict for 4. Okay, 1 is Leo, 2 is Cancer, 3 Sagittarius, 6 Venus, 8 Capricorn, heavy karma, and 9 Mars, Aries. What I see is 2 people who both have really strong personalities. I see you butting heads, basically. So you could have something like Mars square Mars or Mars opposite Mars in your synastry. You could both be Mars dominant, and I just see you butting heads, fighting fire with fire. Yeah, I'm seeing medication, Prozac, Wellbutrin, Zoloft, Celexa, Gore, the last name. And I'm seeing Roger. We have Roger. Okay. Folgers. This person likes to drink Folgers black. Just basic black coffee. And they drink a lot. This person could have a really stressful job. Oh, I'm seeing Sophia. Yeah, Sophia. I never get that. That's cool. Fears. I'm really getting strong CPTSD vibes. Maybe you or this person were in the military, or you're retired military. You saw combat. Sofa. Maybe you fought over what kind of sofa to buy. You have very different aesthetics. Did I say Rose? Rose, Rosa, Rosa, Rose. Sore sexual marathons. Could be an age gap. Sage. Rage. I'm seeing Sarah. An uncommon spelling. Raphael. Yeah. OnlyFans. I'll stop there. That's what I see for 4, and that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.